I don't gotta be pawning my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not hiding from fools. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not lying about, oh, I got 30,000 a record deal, but then you're in the county jail begging for soups from the homies. Come on, dog. Like, you know what I mean? In reality, dog, a man, you could throw him in the ocean, fool. A man goes float.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But a child, what's a child gonna do? Drown. And if he doesn't drown, his imagination and fear will get the best of him, dog. And he'll fucking drown from that.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, aka Nomo, chilling right here in the Let Out Podcast. I got a very special guest in the building. We got Mr.
Bozo in this bitch, man. What they talking about?
Know what I'm saying?
What's up, though, bro? Thank you.
Hey, man, welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
Appreciate you pulling back up, spinning the block on the podcast. Last time you were here, we did some numbers.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best numbers as far as on YouTube. One of the like highest viewed video I've ever done for sure. So thank you. I appreciate that.
No, likewise. It's going to be bigger this time, too.
I hope so, you know. And then also, like, I've also noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but like, hella comments, hella of engagement.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
When you get on a mic, whether it's this podcast or any other podcast, like people really like to like pay attention, listen, then have like either something is I would say it's 80% positive, and of course here come the haters and shit.
Yeah, well that's part of the process, you know. Shit, it's like an open wound, you know what I'm saying? It's either gonna heal and scab up while you take care of it, or if you leave it open and don't take care of it, expect for the world to take care of it, your shit gonna get infected because there's fucking parasites everywhere. Yeah,
we definitely got to talk about some parasites. This episode, I just want to let you guys know, is sponsored by the Michi Man. He has the Michi Man Nuts Habanero, and we got the Michelada right here. So shout out to the Michi Man. The link and the IG will be in the link below. You guys tap in with him. Taste that shit's fire. And that's going to be our gift for you today.
Yeah, we're going to find out tonight.
You'll find out. That's just fire. I gave it to my old man and my old lady, so they like this shit. So it should be fire. Definitely want to start off the podcast giving you some flowers, you know, because like I said earlier, I was already like hip to you. I've heard about you. I've seen you on Instagram, listened to your music before. But then you came on the pod and definitely like you just started showing up more and more on my feed. So I started really paying attention. And you're somebody, in my opinion, that people like men who want to be stronger men is someone that should be looking up to, instead of like these other people who are just like on all social media platforms, just creating buzz and like doing stupid shit, you know. I really fuck
clickbait.
I really fuck with the message that you push, you know, because you're probably one of the only rappers that I know that like really stands on business, raps about where he lives, you know. And then you also do, to be honest, dog, like no other rapper is talking about they have a job and shit.
Yeah.
You know, you really keep it real, and like you're really a family man, and you know, I want to give you flowers and think that's dope, dog, because you definitely inspired me to become a better man.
Yeah.
Before anything, like a better man and shit.
Nah, I appreciate that. And that's what I take pride in, and that's why I do it, because I know it's not the norm, and I know that like society, as far as like entertainment, has made it frowned upon for you to get up at 4:30 in the morning, your wife get up with you at 4:30 in the morning, make you a ham sandwich with a bag of chips and an apple, and hey, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know whatever happened like in our communities to where we let these young people with immature and young, they're not even full grown yet, right? What I'm saying is like they're young maturity wise, you feel what I'm saying? Impose their vision of what success is. And when you allow the youth to do that, dog, you're letting the blind lead the blind, because they have no merit, they have no experience, they have no mileage on their engine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, we let these young artists come on and rap about like, I ain't never working a job, I'm a finesser and this and that. Like, dog, like, yeah, you might be doing all that now, but a grown man knows that you're just living in your imagination, my boy. Mm-hmm. None of that shit, because there's no ownership to that shit, dog. You know what I mean? If you're finessing people and purchasing property with it, cars with it, the Fed's gonna come take it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not using your manhood to its fullest potential, then you're not a man. You're just as equal as a female. You feel what I'm saying? You want to be sheltered. You want to sit in the AC. You want things to come to you, dog. Like, you're entitled. You feel what I'm saying? Entitlement is for children. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so, I mean, and I take pride in that shit, bro, because that's what gives me my freedom. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta get a sugar daddy to fucking let me borrow a chain. You know what I mean? I don't gotta get I don't gotta beg no label for a deal. Like, I just did a deal with Songvest. These people give deals just based on numbers.
Okay.
Not hype, not internet fame. They don't even give a fuck about your following. They just want no streams. You know what I'm saying? And that allows me to have the freedom and the integrity that I want to keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't become a slave to the materialistic things. Like, I become a slave to my ambition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my grind, but not the materialistic things, you know what I'm saying, that come with it. You know what I mean? Like, they're luxuries that I have or I don't. I'm not really going to die without them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I will die without having, what my heart will suffer from the most is without honor. If I don't have no integrity, if I don't have no respect at home, you know what I mean? If I don't command a family, as a man, you got to command a family. And like, a lot of motherfuckers talk about having a family and all this shit, but for one, they don't have a roof to put over their head. Secondly, they can't guarantee them a meal every day. You know what I'm saying? And third, they can't guarantee them that they're going to be all right when they're gone also. Like, I know my family's going to be straight even when I die, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what a man does. Like a man isn't just here to provide for this branch of the family. A man should be looking to provide for his kids and their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whichever way it comes in shape, not maybe by fortune, but at least integrity. You know what I'm saying? At least hand down those jewels. You know what I'm saying? Hard work. You know what I'm saying? Education. You know what I'm saying? Respect for your mother, the women in the pad. You know what I mean? Taking accountability. Like, motherfuckers don't want to do that. But that's why I don't got to be fucking pawning my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not hiding from fools. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not lying about, oh, I got 30,000 a record deal, but then you're in the county jail begging for soups from the homies. Come on, dog. Like, you know what I mean? In reality, dog, a man, you could throw him in the ocean, fool. A man goes float.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But a child, what's a child gonna do? Drown. And if he doesn't drown, his imagination and fear will get the best of him, dog. And he'll fucking drown from that. You know what I mean? So there's levels to this shit, dog. And I think that, bro, I would rather walk down the block and somebody say, that's a man right there, than me drive down the block in a Lamborghini and be like, that fool's a fucking bitch.
Facts. Straight up.
You feel me? I don't understand that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But I mean, you know, like, you know, it's one of the things, though. Like, when you want to stand on shit, you really gotta earn it. And that's where the jewels come from, the merit of that shit. I ain't never took a L, dog, without recopying with like 10 wins after that. Like, it's multiplied the process. I've told my homies before, like, what you lose now, you gonna gain tenfold. Just stay righteous, my dog. Don't trip. Don't break. Don't bend. Don't fold. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you're created. You know what I mean? The way you're created. Like, come on, let's go. Let's get it. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I agree with everything you just said right now. Like, you went off like a freaking preacher, dog. Like, and I believe the sermon. You know, like, obviously, like, I'm not to your level as far as like being on all those like bullet points you talk to, but I definitely inspired to be like similar. You know, obviously, like, I don't want to be just like you, nothing like that. I'm my own man too, but I definitely apply your philosophy to like what I want to be next and shit. And then that's also something like that I've noticed in the new album that just dropped.
Yeah,
Hunger Games Part 4. You know, it's not a trilogy no more. So what is it now?
It's over. That's the end of it.
Okay, but it's 4. A trilogy is 3. What's 4? Is there a word for that? Either the saga.
I don't know.
The saga or some shit.
But I ended it as Mr. Blue Rag because now I am a Mister. Like, before that, I got married. What does that make me? It makes me a Mister, right?
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying? And if you notice on the album cover, yeah, I display myself covered in a blue rag, but the jewelry that I hold is my wedding ring. You feel what I mean? To me, like, I leveled up, dog. Once I don't got to be on the block or at a strip club or at a bar at a club chasing some fugazi ass bitch. Like, I leveled up. Like, I got a solid woman. I don't got to worry about betrayal. I don't got to worry about infidelity. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to worry about being misled or manipulated by the wrong woman. Like, I leveled up, which means my fortitude and my foundation just got way stronger, dog. You know what I mean? So and my girl knows my gang history and my loyalty to what I believe in. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, that blue rag doesn't define who I am, fool. It's a part of who I am,
right?
And where I'm at, you know what I mean, and what I've gained. But I've translated it into my own parable. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote my own scripture in that Bible now. You feel what I'm saying? Of how I foresee it and what I evolved to and where we're at now. Like, I'm a hybrid gangbanger, fool. Straight up. You know what I mean? Like, I went and got my education. I got a profession. I fucking went independent, did my own shit. I opened up businesses. I influenced. I helped charities out. I'm grooming my neighborhood to be different. My barrio, like, my influence on my hood is huge. I told my little homies, the ones that are new now, 13, 14, I told them, look, I'm here for you for whatever you want, as long as you don't come up to my house high. The minute you pull up on dope smoked out, might as well lose my number, dog. I'm not going to answer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be here for you to the end, bro. No matter what, you go to jail, whatever you want to do, even if you want to leave the hood and change your shit, I'm gonna be here for you. Just don't show up smoked out, bro. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that the album just describes like a peak that I've reached. You know what I'm saying? And how hard I've worked at it. Like I've been in the lab, bro. Like working, dog. Like studying, taking critique, studying other artists. Like my production, nothing like what you hear out here right now.
Honestly, dog, it's really good. Honestly,
you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a good feeling, dog, because you can let your nuts hang. You know, you let your nuts hang, and people in the comments, it's all good. Run your mouth, dog. Like you know how you won, right? When motherfuckers are talking about your teeth. Bitch, I got a whole album like this one song. Tell me one bar that ain't true.
Yeah.
Tell me Tell me the cover's fake. Tell me that I'm not a real one. They can't even say that. What they say is, "Oh, go fix your grill, bitch. I won."
Yeah.
That's all you're telling me, dog. Like you're accepting defeat when you're criticizing my teeth or that I'm Salvadoran. It's like, all right, bitch, I'm still on top.
Yeah. When people call me fat, I'm like, all right, I'm winning.
Yeah.
Like,
Obviously
I'm fat,
blow.
dog. Like, what you want me to do about it? Like, you know, like I did this is way like off topic, dog, but like there's like these TikTok people, right? There's a Shotty Bay, and some Fuelito, right?
Pobrecita.
And I straight up just said like, hey, if someone ever did that to my daughter, like pretended to be her boyfriend for views, I socked that fool, dog. Honestly, you know. And then they're all like, hey, how about this old ass fool talking about Wilito? Wilito's only 18. Like, fool's like 20, dog. He's a grown ass man, dog. And that's all I said. They're like, oh, this fat ass old fool talking shit. I'm like, nah, I'm just keeping it real. That was my daughter.
But who's failing in that process though? The men around that young lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if she has a dad.
She doesn't need to have a dad. She could have homies. What I'm saying is this, dog, that the misters in the hood, they're not there no more, fool.
The señores.
The señores. You feel what I'm saying? Because before, dog, in the hood, and you were in the streets, my mom, whatever, right? If one of the homies on the block checked me, my mom would be like, you were doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, you deserve that
now, the parents, which are our age, are like, call the cops. He has no right. Who do you think he is? He's not your... Bitch, what you mean? You're letting your son go outside, run the streets.
Yeah.
So when outside dictates that he's fucking up, you don't want to accept it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where the shit is at right now, dog. It's like, we're all too sensitive, dog. Everybody's a Kardashian, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like all these little bitches getting their bodies done, baby. Like you're gonna have to repair that every 10 years,
over and over again.
Every 10 years, how many major surgeries can a body take? It's 4 total clinically. You know what I'm saying?
Gravity ain't going nowhere. That shit
ain't
keep
going
sagging.
nowhere, dog. So it's like me. I still think natural women win, hands down. My girl went and got injection on her lips one day. I was pissed, fool, for like a week.
They can't even smile no more.
I'm like, what are you doing that for? What the fuck? You ain't this ain't the woman I fell in love with. Like,
yeah. Luckily that one goes away, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, it goes away. Shit. But what I'm saying is, you know, like the album is a representation and an embodiment of what I've been going through and what I've been doing. You know, like I bump head with a few young rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't like truth. You know what I'm saying? And I think with the album, like, the talk materialized.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say? It's like, I'm not just running my mouth, dog. Like, it's materialized as far as for me financially, my accomplishments, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm at life, like the influence that I have, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it was like a victory lap. Like when Nipsey did his shit, that's the way I felt, you know what I mean? Because I just been working hard, dog. So hard, and I'm proud of where I'm at, you know what I mean? And that's been hard for me to say in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you take so many L's as a youngster due to mistakes that sometimes you just adapt that you're a loser. You know what I'm saying? So when I shook that shit, dog, and really like trained and invested in myself and really put all the work necessary to win, and I feel like I'm winning, then it feels good. I feel accomplished, you know, and my family's proud. Like nobody looks at me and is like, oh, you're that fool fucking getting called out and, you know what I mean? I want to catch a fade. Oh, you're that fool fucking with that rap fool just for a song. Like, fuck no. Everything's on point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a man should, you know? So we're hungry. We're not thirsty over here. You know what I'm saying?
The first bar in the album is like, to whom it may concern.
Yeah, to whom it may concern.
So to who does it concern?
Well, to every bitch made ass fool out there. Like, because look, dog, picture this, dog. It's like, if you don't like me and you're listening to the album, you're there just to fucking criticize and hate on my shit.
Yeah, you're already coming in negative.
Yeah, so once you hear it, to whom you may concern, it's like, if the shoe fits, wear it, baby.
Yeah, si te queda el saco.
You know what I mean? So there it is there. So like, and I feel that, like just that whole intro, like it's so, you know, it's one of the things where like, any man, dog, any individual, whatever type of life they're in, can wake up in the morning, jump in the car to go do their labor or whatever it is they got to do, go to church or whatever it is they're doing, and soak that in, dog, and be in his element when he gets out the car. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that I said, he's like, yup, I ain't never done that. Yup, I ain't never done that. Yup, I ain't never done that. So this shit, so now I'm a part of that. So to who does it concern, eh? You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, dog. Like I think that it's important to empower men. Like I want motherfuckers to listen to my shit and feel like that guy, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. You know what I mean?
Do you think about that before you start like
Always,
rapping?
always. I'm a natural born leader. That it's just in me since I was a kid, dog. Like I don't want to make a move without taking my people with me, dog. That's just the way that I am, dog. My homeboys will tell you, I'll have everything, food, luxuries, trips, and everything, and I'm still calling these motherfuckers. Like, let's go, bro. Like, where you at? Why aren't you here with me, dick? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just who I am, dog. Like, I don't fucking know. Maybe it's survivor's remorse. I don't know. I feel guilty when I don't share my wins with my people. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but yeah, that's what I want to do is just like, I want to win. I want to make all of us win or feel like we all won, you know?
I also want to say, like, it was also refreshing, like, listening to a whole album, and it's not about, like, popping a perk, doing some lean, like, getting just high all the time. Like, you know how long it's been fucking about all this music for the last 10 years, all about getting high and fucking bitches. You know, there's a little bit of talk about, like, popping some bottles and shit, but it's, like, almost, there's just so much substance in the album, you know? Is there parts that you left out that you wanted to leave in?
There's songs that I left out. Like, I took a few songs out because, like, the artists that I was working with, because I like to share my platform, you know, with young upcoming artists, always eager artists. I think that hungry artists deliver the best lyricism and energy, you know? So I go out to them fools that are hungry because I know a lot of them see me from a distance and they think I'm bigger than I actually am, fool. You know what I mean? So I don't want to let them down. You know how people say, like, be careful when you meet your idols.
Yeah, don't meet your idols.
Like, to me, it's like, hell nah, I'm going to flip that. Like, that should never be said. You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm anybody's idol, by the way, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm the big homie, so when they come in, it's with respect, you know what I'm saying? So if in the process of when they leave, they do some shit that loses my respect, then I didn't put them on the album, you feel what I'm saying? So, but there was songs that we did take out. Like, we decided not to do nothing for the ladies on this album, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to direct my lyrics to the women. Like, so many women listen to my music now that they're feeling like their nuts are hanging too. Like, I get a lot of comments from women, dog. Like, and women that are fighting cancer, bro. You know, women that their men are fighting life in prison. Like, women that just fucking their companies or jobs they had went down under, and that's all they know for the past 20 years. You know, and now they got to reinvent themselves. So they're like, damn, how did you do it after doing all that time in prison and coming in? And it's like, I just didn't give myself a choice. I didn't. Like, who was I going to run to? Who was going to help me? There's nobody there. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're on your own solo dolo, you just figure it out. You know what I mean? And then, like, recently, bro, as a matter of fact, not last night, but the night before, one of my, like, longest supporters, dog, shot herself in the head.
Damn.
Like, she was there, I bullshit you not, from the beginning, dog. Like, my first video shoot, she's in there. Alexis, I am Alexis G on Instagram. May you rest in peace. But I remember her showing up to my first video shoot, dog, like, eager as fuck and happy. I could still see her, like, on the phone, you know, from the corner of my eye. Like, she acted like she was at a fucking 50 Cent video shoot or something, you know what I mean? And through my whole process of my music, like, she followed me all the way to the end. Like, I had literally just talked to her, like, 2 weeks ago before she passed away. But that's what makes me obligated to do something right when I'm doing it. Because I know the influence that I could have. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to see me on Instagram Live with all my little homies in the back talking about we outside to prove a point. I'm not going to jeopardize my homies catching a Rico or fucking gang injunction. You know what I mean? Because I want to let my nuts hang. I'd rather put in work. You know what I mean? Command the respect, earn it. And you don't got to do all that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unnecessary. You feel me? So, you know, that's what we've been doing, dog, is, like, I guess trying to give an example of how it should be.
Yeah,
you know
setting the standard high.
Yes. setting a standard. Then even at my age, I'm not supposed to be buzzing the way I'm buzzing. Look at, I'm headlining with King Lil G and Drummer.
That's crazy.
That's a whole 2 generations after I signed my first record deal in 2004. Like, what the fuck? I was on ESPN Live with the WBO champion. Like, what the fuck are you know what I'm saying? Like, what you, like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Arnold.
Yeah,
Barbosa
shout out
Jr.
to Arnold. You know what I'm saying? My boy's a free agent. Everybody tap in.
That's crazy right there,
Get my boy. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, but the law of attraction, right? Is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you put out is going to come back. Like, motherfuckers that are high don't want to come kick it with me.
Yeah.
Because they already know I'm going to talk my shit. Like, they don't want to hear it from me. And they don't want to see it even worse.
Yeah, because it proves to them that what they're doing is wrong and shit.
Yeah, dog. And it's a reflection of yourself. Like, real motherfuckers, when they see each other in the street, they should see themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I should see you and me and you. Like, we're supposed to all be on that wave, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is us. This is our responsibility and our obligation to maintain.
You said that you didn't make any songs for the ladies and stuff, but you did have a feature with Jules 626.
Yeah.
And I've never heard her before,
She's
but
a beast.
She's
yeah.
fucking good, dog.
Shout out to my homegirl Jules 626. She's an upcoming artist too. That I just love her hunger and her passion. Like, she'll keep texting me even when I don't answer. You know what I'm saying? And I love that shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
and you know, like, any little thing that I do, like anything that we do together, not that I do, but anything that we do together as one, like, she hypes it up, fool. Like, and she's talented as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, them youngsters are the ones that are my lifeline to the youth.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the fact that me and her can chop it up, it's like, I'm like a middle child, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a youngster and I'm not old as fuck. Like, I'm right there still, talent-wise.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can hang with them. And that to me is merit too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, dog, it ain't over. We still growing, evolving. You know what I mean? We're still creating artistry. Like, the culture's still alive. You feel what I'm saying? With so much, because now, dog, look, listen. What we're known for right now is for fat, overweight comedians or making fun of cholos.
Yeah.
That's what we're known for the most. All the food communities, all the this and this and that, this and that. That's all we're known for, dog. You know what I'm saying? When I got homies that are opening, like, beautiful businesses everywhere, you know what I'm saying? When we're bringing real dialogue to the table, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we're streaming, like, the biggest artists right now are all Hispanic on the charts, fool.
Facts.
But nobody's talking about that. You feel what I'm saying? It's like they're just talking about the beef, you know, like, who's beefing with who. Que te valga verga, way. Like, what the fuck does that, how does that generate any money or income to any of us? Like, dog, like, let's keep building on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see podcasters beefing with podcasters. How do you beef with a podcast?
Like it's a hood or something?
Yeah, like people are mad at other podcasters. Like, what the fuck? Like, because another man had an opinion that wasn't like yours?
Right.
Dog, that shit should be normal. But that's how sensitive we are now. You feel me? Like, anybody disagree with you, oh, it's beef. He's a hater. What the fuck? He's just honest, dummy.
Yeah.
Would you rather him smile on your face and lie to you? Fact. And then on the way out, walk out and laugh at you? Like, come on, bro. Like, stop it. So, like, you know, we take, in my comments, dog, I'll respond when fools are hating on me, but I'll respond with humor. Like, it's all right, buddy. Like, some fool was talking about my grill. That's what I brought up earlier. And I was like, my boy, like, if you don't find me attractive, I'm okay with that, bro. I'm already married anyways, fool.
Yeah,
like,
taken, dog.
Don't trip, dog. Like, we not worried about that over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a Mexican dude got mad in my comments because I said, I just walked out of the mall with the rollie, fuck a grill. And he was like, this fool said, fuck a grill. And I'm like, yeah, so what's wrong with that? Like, how did that offend you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's black culture, and you all pinche nopal en la frente, you're over here fucking defending him. That's like, that ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. Fuck you talking about? Like, so I don't know, dog. And I like, you know, like, I like to be that voice, like that, how she's like the contrarian. You feel what I'm saying? Because right now, like, everybody wants to, bro, there's like so much fake love going on right now. It's fucking disgusting. Like, all of a sudden, women are sticking up for trannies and shit. Like it's just weird, dog. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like we actually voted. Look, dog, this should be the biggest indication that as a country, we ain't worth the shit. We're too sensitive. Our president. Look at our fucking goofy ass, slow brain ass, can't even talk president, dog. Joe Biden. Like that, because we couldn't handle Trump because he was too fucking honest. I'd rather know. Look, Joe Biden's boning all of us and smiled in our face.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm here for the people and, you know what I mean? But then fucking ruined our economy.
Sending billions to himself.
Yeah. And his son's all sconted out making deals somewhere, dog.
In Ukraine.
What the fuck,
His
bro?
his son is part of a big ass company.
Here, dog.
His son is part of a big ass company in the Ukraine. It's like a defense company. And they will keep sending billions over there.
What happened to our vice president? Camaro, whatever the fuck her name
Kamala
is.
Harris.
They used her as a fucking black face to
She's
get
not
votes.
even black.
And that was, see what I mean?
She's Indian.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, so, you know, so it's good. Like, the Hunger Games is good to talk your shit and be able to let your nuts hang and people join, dog. And it's good to see, like, in the comments that real men and women are engaging. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I have my own tribe, dog. I tell them, like, you guys ain't my fans. Like, you guys are my bloodline. Like, you guys are what keeps me going. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what keeps me motivated to keep talking this shit. Like, that void, you know? I see older rappers my age, like, trying to dress like the little homies. And, like, come on, dog. Like, all over fame, fool. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens, though, when you give away respect. Because social media, it gives respect to people that don't even deserve it. You know what I mean? So... it's a free for all. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just here standing on my 10 toes talking my shit. You know what I mean?
I love it, dog. And then was the last song, the outro, was that a freestyle? Like, or
yeah, it's a freestyle I did with a very like hip hop intellectually
style, like
it's the homie VHS. So this artist out of La Puente, VHS, he's been in the hip hop scene heavy, like produced for Freddie Gibbs, produced for some of the BSF camp, produced for Cream Pie, like all the real heavy hip hop dudes, you know?
Yeah, like boom bap.
And he reached out to me one day and he was like, dog, like I know you probably ain't never fuck with my style. He's all, but you're in the wrong genre, bro. He's all, you don't belong with all these cholos, fool. Like you're hip hop, bro. Like let's do some hip hop shit, like no drums, just vinyl to vinyl, you know? And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. So the outro was like me letting motherfuckers know, like, before I let the devil win, I'll tear this whole shit apart. And that's what I intend to do. Like, I'm going to keep grinding and keep doing my shit until I get what I want. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what men do. You know what I mean? The devil can't win, dog. Never. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Do you see the numbers live as they come in?
I see them live.
You refresh.
Yeah.
Is this the biggest like album you've had so far?
Well, it's the, let me see. I mean, yes, dog, because, how should I say it, dog? Like, I see that the algorithms are pushing it more. Like, I see the machine working, you feel what I'm saying? And I see them, like, generating my shit more, like, even through YouTube and all the platforms. And then not only that, like, on this album, I was able to call some of the biggest platforms and be like, hey, I need promo, how much? Oh, no, it's on the house. You feel what I'm saying? So at that point, you know, you feel what I mean? Like you know, you see it, and then yeah, the streams are way heavier, dog. Like you could tell that people were waiting, you know what I mean? So like the albums drop on a date, but East Coast time.
Yeah, 3 hours ahead.
So we get it here at 9. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you know that people are waiting when at 9 o'clock you're already streaming in LA. So that tells you that people are premeditating the 3 hour difference. I didn't think that deep into shit. Like when I thought Nipsey's album dropped, I was listening to the next day. I wasn't like posted at 9 p.m. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Because when I think the first time I noticed that albums were dropping at 9 was like, you know, I'm a big Drake fan. So one of the Drake's albums came out. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow when I wake up. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, actually, it comes out at 9. You can hear that. I'm like, what, 9? Like, yeah, tomorrow, East Coast time, this and that.
Exactly.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to that shit right away.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how you see. And then the views on my videos, you know? And like you said, the engagement, the comments. Like, I'll go through some artist comments, dog, and oh my God, like, I don't know how these fools don't quit, dog. Like, these motherfuckers
What do you mean?
Are relentless. Like, I'll see people just shitting on artists in their comments, fool.
Yeah.
Random people, too. Like, it's almost like people from other cultures are fucking swiping through YouTube and they're like, let's see what this dumbass cholo got to say. And they'll click on it and those fools will live up to every single stereotype, you know? And they just go in on it. They call it Chico rap. They don't even call it Chicano rap.
You're going to perform live with King Little G in Pomona, right?
Yeah, so we're lucky and privileged to have the WBO champion, Arnold Barbosa.
Hell yeah.
He's invested in the culture. You know what I'm saying? He believes in the homie's talent. You know what I'm saying? He's an avid listener of like homie rap. You know what I'm saying? Like raza rapping. You know what I'm saying? So he had told me I want to say about 2 years ago. You know, he's like, I really want to do something for the culture, for the homies. You know, like I want to be able to put myself in a position to put the homies on. Like, what do you think about us putting together a show and you helping me out, reaching out, woo, woo, woo? And I was like, dog, like, say the word. Sure enough, the boy wasn't playing. Like, he got at me one day and was like, hey, you think we could get King Lil G to perform? And I was like, yeah, for sure we can do that. He's like, how about drummer? And at the time, King and drummer were still at odds, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, fool? I think we can make it happen because I've been friends with King for a while, you know? And to this day, I've never heard him say nothing negative about drummer, you know? Mm-hmm. And I've known drummer for a while too, and I've never heard drummer say nothing disrespectful about King neither.
They never crossed the line, you know?
Yeah, so to me, it was like, you know, I think it's time. Like, they've been separated for a while. You know how it is. After a while, beefing one of your boys, like, you'll forget it when you see him. You honestly start missing him. Like, I missed this dick for a while, you know? Like, he was hiding from me for a minute, and then I decided one day to don't block him and start blowing him up, you know?
Yeah.
So it be like that, and I know that, you know?
Yeah.
So I planted the seed in King and drummer's ears, and at the time they didn't believe that they can do it, but then other people, and then so they believed it, you know? They were like, oh shit, Bo's not the only one like bringing this to the table, like, you know what I mean? Like, me and homie. So long story short, we reached out to King. King agreed. We got Drummer Boy on board. Then I myself is on the lineup too. And then I got Cujo the Savage. And then we got Trippy G, which is also a up and coming artist. And then L2R. And then we decided to bring in Lucky from Hoodstocks to host it.
Ooh.
Because I think that it's important, dog, to have certain individuals in those positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told Lucky a long time ago, and he didn't agree with me at the time. But after, like, he did agree with me, and I told him, like, dog, we're all doing our thing, you know? But it's time for us to start doing it together because the culture really fucks with that. Like, when they see us all moving together, it's like when the states and Mexico stop claiming the states. You know how fools in Mexico be, yo soy de Querétaro, oh, pues yo soy de chinga tu madre. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when they all come together during the Mundial, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that about us too. It's like, in our culture, our people are so, that tribalism is embedded in us so much that if our favorite rapper beefs with another one, we won't fuck with that guy, dog.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and we're the only culture that does that, fool. Pick side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta pick a side.
Like, when Pac and Biggie beefed, I'm sure we were the only diehard motherfucker with Pac, you know?
Yeah.
So I told Lucky, like, dog, it's important that we start being seen together, dog. Like, this movement has to become bigger. So I was reaching out to certain stations, like, shout out to Leslie B, that's on Power 106. She's a younger host on the Power 106, like, Traffic Hour, you know?
Okay.
But she's from Boyle Heights, and she's big on the culture. Like, the little homegirl bangs her shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
She tapped in with me a while back because of music, and I always kept that contact with her because I don't really do radio stations. You feel what I'm saying? I know most of the agenda isn't pure. You feel what I'm saying? So anyways, but I've always supported her. You know what I mean? She's a young woman, very educated, very, very passionate about the culture. So I was reaching out to her about doing promotion on Power 106, giving away some tickets. And then I reached out to Lucky, I reached out to American Cholo, and I reached out to Hater World. But when I was talking to Lucky, I was like, dog, like, we need to have you host this shit, fool. Like, your energy, you know, like your persona, dog. Like, it's only right, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an all homie event, you know. The culture follows you for a certain type of energy. Like, I think that his podcast is very raw. You know, like his content is very unfiltered, you know what I'm saying? But still with integrity. You know, like,
yeah.
Not no jumper, whatever, no jumper shit. Like, they're raw but with integrity for the purpose of holding integrity, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I thought it was good to bring us all together. So yeah, it's gonna be hosted by Lucky. The headliner is King Lil G, Drummer Boy, myself. And then like I said, we got Cujo the Savage. We got Trippy G, L2R coming on. So it should be dope. It's at the Pomona Fox Theater.
Where's L2R from?
L2R is from Northeast LA.
Okay, I think I've heard.
Yeah, he's
him
from
before.
Northeast LA. He's an upcoming artist too. Dope, good dude, man. Real hardworking.
Why'd
youngster,
you guys pick Pomona?
Because of the venue, Arnold Barbosa has a good relationship with them because he's been doing comedy shows, where he puts again comedians together. And they've been doing good for him. So the Pomona Fox Theater has always never given him a hard time. So and then not only that, it's Midway, LA, and then the IE. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good demographic for us. But we're very proud of this show though, dog, because it's all us. It's all Brown. It's all the homies. You know what I'm saying? That ain't on no thirsty shit. So we're trying to empower the homies that are showing integrity and hard work out there. You know what I'm saying? Not just empowering fools because they're clickbait or fucking saying some goofy shit on Instagram to get likes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So we're trying to give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming together, and I expect it to be a big turnout. It's all ages event.
Okay.
Tickets are available at the door also and at Eventbrite. It's gonna be lit. I'm really looking forward to. I just came from rehearsing my set. Like I'm ready to turn this bitch up.
What time? Or like how much are the tickets and shit?
$45. It's $45. The doors open up at 8 p.m. So
8 p.m.
yeah. So the link is in my story. It's on all of us: Kings, Drummer, Cujo, myself, Trippy G, and L2R, and Arnold. All of us. You know what I mean? Arnold will be there. You know what I mean? So if anybody's a fan of the homie, he'll be out there. Doing this shit.
Fucking how big is that venue?
1,500 people.
Damn.
Yeah. So we expect a good
gonna be a
turnout.
movie.
Shit.
It's
Well,
gonna be a
we never come together to do a show like this. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
that it's tasteful, it's classy. You know what I mean? It's not like, not to disrespect none of the like festivals and shit, but it's different. Like at the Pomona Fox, I think it's an elegant look. You know what I mean? It shows class.
As far as like when it comes to like performing and shit, like I was interested, right? Because I'm throwing a show tomorrow. It'll be over by the time this airs. But like, what's your prep? What goes into like a set, a performance? Like, what do you have to make sure? Because going into album mode, you're thinking about what you're gonna rap about.
Yeah.
You got to talk to the producers, make beats. Now that's all done. Now it's time for you to actually take the stage and perform it. Like what changes in your mindset, or is it exactly the same thing right before you perform? You're gonna perform the new album, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna perform. Like the first half of my performance is gonna be a new album. And then, we got an actual performance planned, But the thing is like this, dog. Like I just go back to my childhood, and I remember like I was a big fan of seeing Elvis Presley perform. Even though I didn't really like his music, I just thought his performances were fucking sick. James Brown, like I used to love to see that fool get up with his hair all fucked up, all sweaty,
crying and shit.
Yeah, but I loved it though. Like like the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is if you seen him perform. This is a man's world, like that's just different.
He sells that shit.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So I seen 50 perform, so I go back to those performances, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when Jay-Z did the Black Album, when he did that tour, when he was retiring, how his performances, it was a movie, dog. You feel what I'm saying? The performances. So, and then I've had the luxury to perform with King Lil G, and I see how that fool commands the crowd. Like that fool grows to 7 feet tall when he's on stage. Fool.
Isn't that crazy, dog?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I never met him, but he's not that tall, right?
He's not a big guy, but on stage he's a monster.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
All eyes on him.
All eyes on him, and the way he moves, and his voice, and the dog. This motherfucker, dog. I've seen him. We did a show in Santa Maria. Where was it at? That one? No, the big one that we did. Remember Santa Barbara? You went, Dick. What are you looking at him for? And the Vegas show, dog. And we're deep on stage. I mean, like, gang of people, Vanda, all that shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker never once looked on the floor to walk through the crowd. He's talking to the crowd the whole time, just walking through people. And I'm like,
during performance?
Yeah, during performance. We were so deep, like we were on the edge of the stage. And this fool's just maneuvering through this, like nothing, fool, like doing his lyrics. No, he doesn't have the background, his lyric.
It just beats.
And it's just like so smooth, dog,
Performance beats.
So that's dope. And then I've had the luxury to perform with Prayers. Prayers is next level,
Did
baby.
Prayers do one of your ad-libs on one of the songs?
No, not on this album.
Okay.
Not on this album.
I forgot what's the one. I'm like, is that Prayers in the background?
No,
Yeah.
that was Ernie G.
Okay.
Proper Dose.
They have
Shout
like
out to Ernie G. Proper Dose. Flaming Hot. You saw Flaming Hot, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Ernie. That's my producer,
Okay.
He's the one that mix matches all my music.
But they have like a similar sound? Is that why?
No, he was just harmonizing something
okay.
like what.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because we're using autotune on this track,
Okay.
But yeah, I've seen Prayers perform, and that's next level shit. So like that intrigues me. You know what I mean? It intrigues me. And now I'm at a point where like I know I gotta master my performances. So I rehearse and I go plan my shit and I do it how I want. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's like, you know, that part of music is almost like when two boxers in the ring and they finally lift your hand up, you know, as the victor. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see those performances, you know? Like my album, every song is around, you know? Every song is around, and when I drop it, it's fucking my win, dog. And when I perform, I'm able to lift my hand as a winner. You feel what I'm saying?
Is there a specific song, or what's your favorite song to perform?
Fuck. At this point, you know, my new album, dog, like I love it so much, dog, that I haven't performed my favorite song yet. There's a song on my new album called "To This Grind," you know? To This Grind, I'm a Slave. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one I'm talking about.
And I'm super excited to perform it because I had the luxury one time. I don't know if you're familiar with this artist called Conway the Machine Gun. He's with BSF.
Conway the Machine.
Conway
Gun.
the Machine.
It's not the one with that's with Benny Butcher. That's
yeah, he's with them. He had half his face is paralyzed.
Yes.
Well, he has this song called "Half of It," right? I've been so stressed out lately, baby. You don't even know the half of it. And when that song dropped, I seen that fool perform. When the first time he performed, I don't know if it was the first time, but he performed it right here, I believe, at the observatory. But anyways, dog, the song is so powerful. The beat, the energy, and the shit that he's saying, that I remember this fool at one point on the song, dog, he just stood on stage, threw off his fucking trench coat, and he just like vibed out, like soaked in the sound, the fucking hook. And I was just like, I looked at him and I was like, damn, this fool ain't even here no more. Like he's in another world. Straight up. Like people that never performed in front of crowds, dog, and had that. Because listen, thus far I've been performing for crowds, right? Small ones when I do my own shows, you know? And they interact with me. But I could imagine doing a show for 5,000 people and they're all knowing your lyrics, fool, and like feeling your same energy, and you're just soaking it in. Like, bro, you know, that's fuck dope. Like that, that's a high, fool. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I'm looking forward to that moment with a certain song, dog. Because on that song, To This Grind, I'm talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really talking my shit. And you know, the biggest bar in that word is like I just say, like it's simple. Like I learned from my past to become a better man. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the truth, dog. Like I'm here doing what I'm doing because I know there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like the battles I've been wanting to win on earth, I've been fighting the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So now that I got a new strategy, like we winning. You know what I'm saying? We driving around in fucking $100,000 cars like we said we would. And my girl still ain't working. You know what I mean? The babies are fed. The hood's good. Family straight. We're taking trips every weekend almost out of the state, some out of the country. And fuck, we're winning at work. I'm a fucking leader, dog. Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to starve and I don't got to bend for no labor or no hype, dog. Like I'm just doing me. And it just feels good, dog. It feels great. You know what I'm saying?
You said you recently signed a deal. Was it like for an album? Is it just for like what is it called, distribution? What kind of deal is that?
No, it was how do you say it? So okay, so you're able to monetize music several different ways. You know what I'm saying? So there's a company right now called Songvest, and it's exactly in that. They invest in songs. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're an independent artist with no budget. You know what I'm saying? With just you, your inbox, and your laptop, and you're recording and building a catalog. They'll come into your life and offer you financial help, but not with like collateral linking. You feel what I'm saying? It's one of the things where like, you want to sell your publishing? We could cash you this much. You want to sell your royalties? We can give you this much. You want to sell your mechanical streams? We could give you this much. So you're able to keep ownership of your music, your rights, and sell certain shares of your music. Stock.
Is it just shares, or is it also like a time? Like for 6 months they have
it's permanently.
Forever.
Well, it's permanently, yeah. It's permanently forever. But to me, it's like I've done so many albums since I got out. It's like my rookie year, it don't hurt me to get rid of it. Because I know that was like raw me. You feel what I'm saying? Like now where I'm at now. Like if you bump one of my first projects to right now, like it's day and night. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been in the lab so fucking much, you know? So to me, like, some of those albums that I know were in like my best full body of work, I'm cool with selling as long as I get a bag. Because with that bag, I can further increase my growth now and give you my best potential. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that I know how to wiggle, now I got this work ethic now that I've learned how to manipulate my voice, my tones, my delivery. You know what I'm saying? So I just see it as a work in progress still. You know what I'm saying? But with Songvest, you don't gotta look, dog. There's certain artists on IG right now that'll do the dumbest shit just to get fame. You know what I mean? There's some motherfucking artists right now that don't even exist no more because their attempt to grow was the wrong way instead of just putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine manipulated all these kids into thinking like you do the most bitch ass shit, you'll blow up and you're rich, and that's cool because you got money and money's everything, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But look at Kodak though. Kodak just gave up his honor doing a song with a rat, fucking federal informant. Like, what the fuck? And then let's not even mention all the artists that have done songs with Kodak. How does that make you look now? You've been riding this man's dick, and now this man, all the money and opportunity, all the talent. First of all, Kodak is talented as fuck.
Facts.
So think about where his life is right now, with all that talent, all that success he's had, all that money, that he had to bend his will to do a song with a rat, fool. Bro, like, that's what I see in that move. Like, when you're seeing that movie, you're like, oh, they get in the bag. Fuck it. You're not thinking how you're supposed to, dog. Like, you're not even at my level yet. Like, you can't even sit at my lunch table. Like, you're just dumb, dog. Like, you don't see that man's shooting himself in the foot. You don't see that his career is over. It's over, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't listen to his shit no more and think the same, fool. You know what I mean? Like, he sold his soul, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the mother dudes all thirsty. Adam 22, his platform was going down, was crashing. Fuck, dog. His own wife fed her to the sharks.
It's crazy, dog.
My boy, like,
I don't think there's anything more thirstier than that.
well,
dog.
there's layers to this. Let's dissect this for what it is. All right. Okay. For one, dog. For one, you just monetized your wife. You put a price on your wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which you made vows under God, because they got married in the church. So they made vows under God that they were never supposed to break, right? And they broke them all over money, right? Secondly, is like, he's the man, dog. He's supposed to be the man in that relationship. He's the one that's wealthiest. He's the one with the most success. I'm sure that when she put that circumstance in his face, she was hoping, because obviously she's money hungry too, if she's like, she sells her body on you know what I mean, on social media for everybody to see. She's money hungry too, materialistic female, right? So you know that when this conversation first came up, she was hoping that he was like, you know what? Don't trip. I'm gonna put it in writing. You get so much, and I'm gonna take care of you for the rest of your life, because that's what I'm here for. I'm your husband. But when he didn't, she took that opportunity too as an opportunist. Like, you know what? It's time to get it in. I'm tired of this dick. You know what I'm saying? And not only do I want new dick, but I want that BBBBBBC dick. You know what I'm saying? And then, dog, this fool comes out, dog, and he tries to have a light conversation about it. Like, you know, she's getting older, and you know, her body's not gonna be the same. So while she's still at her peak, you know, I decided to let her grow her career. My boy, that's not a career. Yeah. A career is someone with integrity, someone with actual work. Like, you commit a sexual act for public to see is not a career, bro. You know what I mean? That's a fucking sin, homie.
I think people like him love to push the boundaries as far as like, no rules is a rule for him is like,
well, that's
no
a
rules.
spineless man. That's a man with no spine, dog.
Yeah, but he's
a jellyfish.
He's
homie.
trying to portray that into everybody, and let everybody know, oh, it's cool, it's cool. Like, no, it's never been cool.
Because he believes it. He believes it in his own mind. He's convinced. He's so narcissistic, dog, that he's convinced himself, dog, that even when he's wrong, he's right.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And then not only that, dog, like, how is it that this man, dog, can sit on a platform, and when somebody asked him, would you let your daughter do porn? His response is, well, I would have to be a real dickhead to tell my daughter to go work at Jack in the Box for maybe $40,000 a year, than to have an OnlyFans and make $40,000 a month. Like, dog, like, you're already grooming your daughter, fool. How in the fuck is it that, like, no child protective, no family members, like, getting involved? If I saw my brother doing that to my niece, first of all, I'm putting hands on him.
Facts.
First of all.
Facts.
And second of all, I'm gonna try legally to take my niece away from that motherfucker, dog. But I guess he's white, you know what I mean? And he's exploiting these young black men that are around him, like that are supposed to be solid men that talk about gangsterism and machismo all day, but they're on there fucking begging for a platform with this degenerate ass man. You know what I mean? That not only had fucking racist white. Come on, dog. Like, what the like? I can't even see that platform no more, dog. Every time it pops up, I'm like not interested, dog. Like, but you know what, my boy? I'm gonna tell you something, dog. It's crazy, bro, because I swear to you, bro, from the moment I met that dude and he met me, he knew that me and him were gonna get along, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it was evident from across. I saw when he first laid eyes on me, dog. And he knew my energy what wasn't for him, dog. You know what I'm saying? So with small talk, my interview, he wasn't there. None of that shit. Like even when the other shit, he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I respect that at least because he knows like, so he knows how to pick his battles wisely.
He can't step in the ring with you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool. But to me, like that shit, like, you know, to the women out there that are seeing this shit, like that's not a man, eh? Like that's not a man. That's nowhere near a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what marriage is about. You know what I'm saying? Like this sexual exploitation is getting out of hand, dog.
Would you call it like digital pimping?
Well, I think that it's orchestrated. I think that this shit was premeditated fucking a year ago. I think that opportunists, they start their opportunities premeditated, dog. So I think that him and his wife plan to get married just for this moment, dog. You know what I'm saying? But what they don't realize is that they're desecrating marriage. You know what I mean? And they're desecrating the man in the household. You feel what I'm saying? So, but that's on them. They're going to have to live with that. Like, I know they think they're winning, dog. And, oh, her video did this and this and that, dog. Like, there is no number that you can put on the loss you're taking as a man, bro. And trust me, Adam 22, he's going to be different from now 10 years from now. And he's going to look back on this act and he's going to be like, damn, I really failed my family. Like my last name. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he doesn't.
You know his last name?
Maybe not.
Grand Mason.
That's his real last name?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He's a Grand Mason,
That shit
dog.
makes sense.
And his dad fucking helped like Bill Clinton get elected for president or some shit. But
Damn.
like, do you feel like at what point like where he's like, you know what, I'm in too deep. I already dipped my toe. I gotta go all in. Like, at what point do you think it was like? Because to me, there's no road that leads me to doing that. You know?
Well, dog, he worked so hard to build up that platform and it was booming. Let's be real.
It was.
And he did one stupid ass move and God himself showed him like, fool, you can lose all this shit overnight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there she is. You know what I'm saying? But anyways.
Live reaction.
There.
Hey, this is another the plug. And then
Yeah, dog. Yeah. So I think that he was humble, dog. He was humbled in a way that he couldn't handle, dog. And the devil inside of him, because believe me, dog, like just how we're blessed by God, he's blessed by the devil, dog, for what he's doing. Trust and believe what I'm telling you. Like, don't underestimate that shit, dog. Like, that platform is still standing because of what it's spewing onto the internet, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because of the content that it's putting out there. Like he's protected, fool. I believe. You know what I mean? By not something holy, but the opposite of that.
He has tattoos and shit, like Satan tattoos.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? I think it's kind of crazy, dog, when he led like T-Rail and AD and all these like gangster fools on the platform, like more permanent role.
Yeah.
I think in his mind, he thought like, oh, these fools are going to come on here, turn up and make it hella gangster. And what happened was these fools came up and like stood on morals.
Yeah.
That gangster stood on.
Yeah.
And now he kind of felt like
but that's what happens though. He stereotyped those young men. He thought those fools had no honor.
I don't think he
underestimated
yes,
AD for one. He underestimated AD because look, dog, I know AD personally, dog. That man is like, you know, I don't want to say gentle because it sounds kind of whack. But
he has a good heart.
He's a dog. You feel it. My sister met him once, and to this day she sees him and she's like, "Oh, I love him." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Like you met him you gave him like 4 pupusas and."
But I get the same vibe from him. Like, oh, that fool
knows. Oh, I love him. You know, and I'm like, oh, I follow him, and I'm like, man, like,
yeah.
The fuck?
I get the same vibe. Not like I love him,
You know
but
what
like
I'm saying?
he's a stand-up guy. Stand-up guy.
So he underestimated that shit, dog, and he took his AD's loyalty for granted.
Yeah.
Like instead of thinking that AD was trying to ride with him, you know, he thought that AD was there to serve him. You understand what I'm saying? Like he saw AD as a pawn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm the dickhead, but he can play good cop. I can play bad cop. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When AD was like, I don't want to be a fucking cop, period.
Right.
Fuck you talking about? Like, I'm not here for this setup. You feel what I'm saying?
Especially in the beginning, like he would, Adam will make gay jokes or call AD all sorts of stuff. And he goes, "No, bro, no, I'm not playing this game with you from the beginning."
Yeah, but now new dude on there that's, I don't know, these super fucking thugs that are on there right now are fucking letting them fucking make a mockery of their fucking hood names that you put in work for, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like they call me bozo, dog. Right? It's probably one of the most useful terms to call somebody stupid.
Right.
But when people say it, they don't think about that no more. They think about a solid ass individual now.
Okay, that's true, dog. You
feel what I'm saying?
Like I don't call nobody a bozo no more.
Exactly, dog. So it's like, but these vaulters are like letting this dude, like, dog. How do you even respect a man that is doing that shit, dog, and sit at a table? Like, I don't hang with people like that, dog. Like, I just can't. But that's the level that these young men are at now, and how thirsty they are, dog.
What do you think it is? Like they're just so thirsty to like do something, do anything at this point?
Look, fool. First of all, it's laziness.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to get up off their ass and build shit no more, dog. Motherfuckers don't want to wake up at 4:30 when it's... I go to sleep, it's nighttime. I wake up, it's nighttime to go get money. But can't nobody tell me shit. And I don't got to sit across from some punk-ass weirdo, dog, fucking doing weird-ass goofy shit, dog.
Facts.
If I want, I'll slap the shit out that fool and go home and not worry about missing $1. My money's still coming in. You see what I'm saying? Like, my kids respect me, dog. Like, my little kids see it right now. My kids are all under 10 years old. And they're like, what's up with those fools? They saw Kodak with 6ix9ine. They were like, Snitch 9?
Yeah.
Kodak? I was like, that's your guy, I told him.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, they got it fucked up, dog. Like, it's a false, how do you say it, dog? It's a false narrative, homie. Like, these fools think they're doing some and get to the bag, dog. They ain't even getting the fucking bag. Because if they were getting to the fucking bag, they wouldn't be there with old boy. You know who's getting the bag? Dunos, because he left. We know that. He could stand his own. Who else is getting the bag? AD, gone. T-Rail, they're gone. They're doing their own shit. They're getting their bag. You fools right there are getting pimped, homie. Straight the fuck up, however you want to see it, however you want to word it. You know what I mean? That's what's going on, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to each his own, homie, but we stand on all 10 right here. We don't just say it. You know what I mean? We believe in that shit. And you could call me whatever you want, dog, like unsuccessful, because I still, you know, I have a job. You could say whatever you want, dog, but you ain't gonna say it to my face.
I think people who like don't have or can't stand on their business or like stand on like I think you said in a bar, you're like, I got my feet in the dirt, but you're dying on your knees.
Yeah.
Like people want to put money above honor, you know? And people who love to put money above honor will look down on people who still got a job or aren't as big, right? Because why? Because they don't want to go stand in the ring with someone who has honor.
Yeah, but nobody's deep throating their wife for everybody to see.
That's crazy. It's still crazy to me, dog.
The fuck? Come on, man. I mean, what would you rather have? I would rather you call me a loser for having 9 to 5 than you knowing that I'm kissing the same bitch that just got nutted in her mouth right now by this fucking dude.
I think he's like, you know, some people throw around the term like sick in the head, but he's really like sick in the head.
Well, you know what? Now that I've seen what I've seen, it's easy for me to believe all the allegations they had about him prior. You feel what I'm saying? Because perversion doesn't have like a criteria, fool. Perversion is in every which way possible. Like, perversion is it. There's not categories to perversion. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a pervert, fool, in every which way possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you're a pervert, I don't know if you ever done dope and turned into a pervert, right? But I've done dope and turned into a pervert with my girl. And we're doing shit that we never did before. You feel what I'm saying? All right, right? So imagine, fool, just being born a natural pervert.
Yeah, and just not you don't need coke or
you don't need coke, you don't need liquor.
Yeah, you just always fucking.
You don't need 5 bottles of tequila.
Maniacs.
You're just fucking maniacs all day, dog.
Yeah,
there's
different.
no limit to that hunger, dog.
Everyone's all like, ooh, well, yeah, you know.
It's true, my boy. Like,
will make you do some horny shit.
That will make you do some horny ass shit. He never made one G Unit album. Fool.
Were you? Did you listen to G Unit? Were you into it?
Fuck, what did I?
I used to be a big G Unit fan.
Man, come on. I could still rap every song word by word, like.
Beg for mercy.
Yeah, I don't think they ever had a song that I don't know. Like, I didn't bang
crazy.
everything, like religiously. Dog, the run that they had.
But you were fucking with Young Buck and
Hell
Lloyd Banks
yeah.
and
All them.
But you draw the line at Spider Loc.
When they signed Game, I was like so hyped.
Bro, I'm like the #1 Game fan, dog.
You know, still to this day,
Not to this day.
he's
but-
a dirtbag. Fool. I'm sorry to say.
I was 12 at that time, and when you're 12, dog, you know, like you don't really hear about it. It's all about the music at that time.
Yeah, my boy Game needs therapy, fool. You know, he's like bipolar, dog. Like I see it, fool. You know.
I honestly, dog, when you say that, like it's almost like possible. It's very possibly it's true, but just imagine, like I don't know if I ever get to that fame, right? Performing, you said 5,000. Imagine 100,000 consistently every night, everywhere you go, you're getting recognized. Like what that would do to a man's psyche or a person's psyche.
Well, no. But you can't never get too high on yourself. You got to remember your upbringing, your mom and your dad, fool, or your grandma or whoever raised you. You know, like you gotta that's why it's important to know where you come from, fool. That's why people say you don't know where you're going till you know where you came from. Why you think that? Why do you think, dog, that we still have us as raza, right? Why do you think that we're so family orientated? Why do you think that we won't see a Mexican man do what Adam 22 is doing? Why do you think that you won't see a Mexican man doing what fucking what's that black dude that's always talking shit on black people? The rat one, the cockeyed weird looking motherfucker, looks like he got ran over like roadkill. Charleston White.
Oh, Charleston White. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, why do you think that you won't ever see one of our elders like outspoken like that, disrespectful? You know what I'm saying? Because we have humble upbringings. And then for us, if we ever want to see our roots, we take an hour and a half drive and we're back on our soil. We're back in what we come from.
It's like a time machine.
And that shit's humbling, dog, to us. To me, it is, dog.
Yeah, me too.
Every
dog.
fucking time. Like, when I'm in Mexico, dog, I know I'm not in a foreign land. I almost feel more at home there than fucking here, dog. You understand what I'm saying? But to a black man, to try and go back to his roots, dog, it's another planet, bro.
Yeah, it's like a whole.
How do they get to go meet like real black men? You know what I'm saying? Like with true roots and their history still implemented in them. Because if you've met a real black man from overseas to a black man here, it's huge difference, bro.
That's crazy you say that because a homie he's a football coach, right?
Yeah.
And I go film I help him out with videos and stuff. And there's kids that like are really good, and some of them are lazy, whatever. But there's one kid, he's a 4-star recruit, and he plays football just because he kind of has to, because he's really good at it. He's gonna go to college D1 automatic. And then the scouts or like the recruiters go to his house and they're like, "So what are your grades?" And he goes, "Dude, my parents are Nigerian. Like, that's not a question. I'm a fucking A student. I have to be."
Yeah.
You know, like that. They're like the Nigerian parents like take that shit super serious.
Look at Akon. Akon went back and fucking built damn near his whole country. You know what I mean? Like, he brought renewable energy to that country, Congo, where he's from. He's the one that implemented renewable energy in his country. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at Akon, you know he's a real black man. You're like, this motherfucker.
That was black as fuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? Is like, that's why roots are important, dog. You feel what I'm saying? That's how when the little homies try to stray from us right now and they think that they're black, they look so stupid, dog. Mm-hmm. And they end up lost because they've cut ties with their roots, dog. They're no longer living up to their expectations, bro.
Do you think it's like so easy to lose like your heritage in like one generation, 2 generations, and you're already lost? Like,
well, look, I think that we all kind of go through that stage, to be fair.
Right.
You know, I think through our teenage year, whatever are the biggest entertainers, that's what we glamorize and we want to be like them. Because I remember the stages when rock was still like the biggest music streaming or played out, right?
Most popular.
And I remember raza trying to dress like rockers, bro. Like people that just came from Mexico, getting their hair did, mullets and shit, you know what I'm saying? And wearing the leather suit. I remember all that shit. So right. I get it, but you can't ever take it to an extent, dog, that's too far. Like, you got to draw lines. Like, one thing is emulating fashion, you know what I'm saying? One thing is supporting music and liking it. But another one is talking like, bro, these fools say the N-word more than the real bros do, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they're almost like over, like they're gluttons, dog. They're gluttons with other people's culture, dog. Like they're stuffing themselves to where they don't even look good no more. You feel they're stuffing their mouth because they're being overwhelmed by the phone and by Instagram and all this shit and the music and shit. Facts. To where they just fucking think like they can't get enough, dog. You know what I'm saying? They can't get enough.
A lot of
yeah, exactly. So then at the end, dog, they look stupid, dog. You know what I mean? And then now, sadly lucky for us, our fucking glamorizing different cultures isn't documented and recorded. For these vatos, like it's recorded day and night.
I was wearing G-Unit shit, dog.
Come on, bro.
South Pole G-Unit.
You know what I mean?
What was that? What was P. Diddy, Sean John?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? So I think that, it's an overindulgence of entertainment, dog.
You're right, dog.
But think about this, bro.
That's exactly what it is.
Think about this, bro. Think about this. Who wants to entertain for the rest of their life? My boy, shout out to Kid Frost, right? But I feel so bad for the older homie, dog. When I see him like at lowrider shows still trying to perform, fool. That man has like physically, health-wise, like suffered so much.
Deteriorated.
He should have retired already, bro, and be chilling somewhere. But due to the fact that he never really had a business mind or a skill other than making music, you know what I mean? He's a victim to entertainment. I don't want to entertain forever. That's what I told. That's exactly why I told you. I have a date when I want to quit. Because I'm too much of a man to try and please you, dog, and sit here and expect for you to like it or not. Like, you get to a certain age as a man where you just don't give a fuck who likes you or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how it should be. Like, we're not here to gratify every human being. We're here to gratify ourselves and the loved ones around us. You know what I'm saying?
I think about the same thing too. Like, how long do I want my podcast to go on for? Like, or whatever I choose to do as far as entertainment. Like, at some point, you feel like that frog from the WB with your fucking stick in your hat, like singing and dancing for people. You know,
dog. Listen, I stopped running my mouth about certain individuals, and I'm saying it like that, running my mouth, because at the time I was running my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was immature for me to engage in those situations, right?
Right.
But I stopped beefing with certain individuals because my kids that are still young, they're all under 10 years old, mind you, when they're flipping through YouTube and I pop up, a lot of times it's my music, right, that they love. My kids love my shit. But then thumbnails will pop up with me and certain lame individuals, you know? And all my kids, they don't know the backstory to it. So my kids look up at the picture and they're like, "Daddy, is that your friend?" And I'm thinking like,
yeah, I feel it.
No,
I feel that right now.
You feel what I'm saying?
I feel
so
that.
It's one of the things where it's like, damn, when you break it down just to the bare basics, I might as well have took a picture with that dude and posed. Because the reality of it is that I've painted myself to be a part of that circus when I engage with them. The best way, me and King Lil G were talking a while back, and I was telling King Lil G, don't bite, fool. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't go there with that situation. Let that shit go. And he'll be like, "I know, fool." He's like, "I ain't trying to do that shit." He's all, "These motherfuckers are like a virus." And I'm like, "My boy, these motherfuckers are literally like the TV show The Walking Dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? They want to bite you, fool, to infect you so that you become one of them, dog. And you're just walking around all dirty on your last leg, dying every second of the day. And the people full of life are just running from you, dog. The people really living, the people really enjoying life and appreciating everything that this life has are fucking fleeing from you as far as possible. And that's what happens, dog. Like, you either a zombie or you're not. You know what I'm saying?
What situation you talking about?
With who?
The King Lil G one.
Beef, internet beef. I'm not sure. Somebody was, run their mouth or going back and forth. And I told the homie, like, dog, like,
were they saying like who's the number one? Was it the number one?
No, it wasn't
rapper?
nothing about that. It was some disrespectful shit.
Okay.
Because that shit, I'm gonna be real with you. King knows he's at the top.
By far.
There's no question. There, like, look, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, comparison or what. The homies, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, dog. The man just ended a tour and he started another one right after with drummer. Who in the fuck does that, bro?
Yeah, nobody.
Now, all these vaults run their mouth. I seen these two lames talking about, we're still doing more numbers than them on YouTube. Dog, you can't sell out a fucking tour. Tour requires investors. It requires promoters across the nation.
Operations.
To push you.
A whole team.
A whole fucking investment of people. You're talking about motherfuckers on YouTube just doing numbers that they can buy, fool. Motherfuckers buy these numbers. They inflate them.
Yeah.
If dog... You know whose numbers were real? Shoreline Mafias. That's why you see them youngsters still running around doing their shit.
OG's on like stadium tour. Well, YG, but still stadiums.
My boy, period, point blank. You just said it though. That's the reality, dog. Like all these numbers on YouTube and shit, they're not real, dog. And you know when they're not touring, when they're not doing shows. Certain individuals can't even do shows in their own city because they ran their mouth too much, dog. Broke as shit. I'm not even gonna use that as an example because I don't cuss too deep. But anyways, like little homies are out here losing their lives, dog.
Yeah.
behind clout chasing, which is so unfortunate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, bro, because the people that are supposed to lead them ain't. And then when you are an individual with the ability to lead, their circle tells them, stay away from that guy. He's too high power. That guy's too deep. Dog, like, I'm at my age still thriving. That should tell you that I'm on the up and up. You can't fake it this long, baby.
Yeah.
You crazy as fuck.
Yeah, there would have been a hole in a chink in your arm or somewhere.
Dog, easy. You feel what I'm saying? You can't fake it this long. Yeah. But we go back to the smoke and mirrors, the overindulgence of entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, fools are glorifying strangers on YouTube more than their dad that's pulling 12-hour shifts every day.
Feeding them.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Hand over hand.
You know, but it's part of youth, though. You know what I mean? I get it. They're young. I just hope they wake up.
Yeah, sometimes you're too close to, like, they said something
Hell
about
yeah.
the elephant. The elephant's right here. You know how big it is, you know?
Hell yeah, dog. Like, you got motherfuckers pimping off their wives, grooming their daughters. You got motherfuckers testifying in federal court, and then drug addict artists working with them. You got fucking the glorification of like, no gender. You know, you pick and choose. You know, like, what the fuck, dog? Like, I'm gonna tell you something, dog. Equality should come when there's equal women and equal men in the military fighting our wars. That's when it should come. Equality. Till then, we're not the same, dog. But the overindulgence of Megan's the Stallions, the spy. What the fuck is this? What the fuck's her name, dog? The little redhead chick.
Sexy Red?
No, the
Ice Spice?
Yeah, like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, that they're gangster. Like, yeah, that they're gangster and blicking and blapping, and then they do some shit where the first one's testifying in court. Like, come on, man, like, stop it. You know what I mean? But the radio's pushing them too, though, because they don't want men hanging their nuts, letting their nuts hang. They know that motherfuckers, like, they know that when men are at peak, everything has to follow them, dog, and nobody wants structure. Nobody wants to follow. Everybody wants to lead. Everybody's a fucking chief. You know what I'm saying? How is it? Let me tell you something, dog. I tripped out on this shit the other day. How is it that women have the most freedom and rights ever in history, but they're the most depressed and sad and angry at this time?
Damn. Fucking bar right there, dog. Where are the good men at? You told us to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you said we were doing too much.
Yeah.
Like, you said that it was too much masculinity. Like, what the fuck? But now you're unhappy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Like, all right, well, I mean, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see how this goes, you know? But you know, I mean, we gotta take some responsibility for that too, as men. Right. You know what I mean? The most of the load is on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was having a conversation with my boy earlier because he was talking to me about a situation about a female that he liked, right? And I'm telling my boy, I disagree. I don't think that's the one for you because of this and because of that. I told him, let's agree on something. Let's agree on the fact that the woman that you want to marry and the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with is at a college campus somewhere.
You haven't even met her yet.
Let's agree that she's at a church somewhere, dog. Let's agree that she's at a library somewhere. Let's agree that she's pursuing her career somewhere or taking care of her grandparents somewhere.
And not posting shit on Instagram.
That's where you need to be, I told her, man. That's your destination. You feel what I mean? When you go to your GPS, that's where you need to point it. Don't let that GPS just roam, dog, hoping that you get the destination you need to be at. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, as men, we got to lead, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to lead. No matter what. The uncomfortable conversations, we can't run from. If you cheat on your wife, dog, and she's talking shit, take it, baby. You got that coming. Be in the doghouse for a fucking year if you have to.
The verbal DP. Ride
that shit out. We couldn't hide from the judge. We did exactly what that motherfucker told us to do to the date. And we pissed and shit where he wanted us to. We relocated to whatever state prison he wanted us at.
Yeah.
When our family sent us money and they took fucking half of it for restitution. You know what I'm saying? These are strangers. Now when your girl, your family holds you accountable, you can't take the chastising. Come on, man. You're not a man. You're a little boy. You ran away. Can't run away, dog. We got to face this shit and we got to stand on what we speak. But we got to lead by example because everybody's watching us, dog.
Talking about like leading by example, I definitely want to talk about like, because, you know, a lot of times on podcasts, people talk negative about the homies or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I think King Lil G and Drummer Boy deserve some flowers. Like,
most definitely.
All that time, all that possible. Things could have gone left crazy, but they find themselves, you know, back on the same team and performing with you.
Yeah, well, shout out to their family. They were brought up right. And shout out to their neighborhoods, whatever hood they're from. Whoever is behind them, it's true when people say it takes a village, dog. That's why I'm going back to what I told you. Like before, the older homies were allowed to check us. The neighbor was allowed to check me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what the fuck? Get over there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now you do that to some kid. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Like, don't talk to my baby like that. Then why the fuck you letting your baby run wild?
There's boundaries before.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to their village that brought them up. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to their circle. Like, they can't take... They deserve credit, but I'm saying let's give their whole section credit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they all deserve it, dog. And that's why they're winning. They're shining. The boys are winning, dog, straight up. And not grilling up, not fucking saying this and that. That motherfuckers are keeping the G. The way we were brought up, dog. Not riding nobody's coattail, not fucking, you know what I mean, leaning the plug in nobody, none of that shit. They just getting it, dog, by their will, you know what I'm saying, and their masculinity. And congratulations to that shit. Next week, we're going to turn the fuck up. It's going to be a gangster party, man.
That's dope.
Straight the fuck up. And we doing this shit independent. No labels, no radio stations, no big promoters that have been around. Because the big promoters that are around right now, even though they're raza, they don't believe in us, fool. They won't book us and set up these type of things. So shout out to the homie Arnold Barbosa for putting his money where his mouth is. You feel what I'm saying?
Brown owned.
Yeah, brown owned and independent, dog. And we gonna do that shit, dog.
Speaking about like Brown and the radio, how do you feel about Brown Bag being on Power 106?
I think it's beautiful. But I think it was a long time coming. Like they should have been. But you know what? Look, we can't say that too though, because Power 106 did do it before, and I know that for a fact because Ernie G and Frank V had their own show on Power 106. Then we had Pocos Pero Locos. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I remember that.
Remember that? Okay.
That was like Friday nights, no? Only?
I think it was Sunday nights. Sunday nights cruising on Whittier. Yeah, it was Sunday nights. Every
Okay.
Sunday night, Pocos Pero Locos. So then we had the Baker Boys. Remember? We had the Baker Boys. It's
I
the
remember that one.
Oh, man. Nobody remembers the Baker Boys? I'm old as shit. It's the Baker Boys.
Like, nah.
We're gonna turn your ass on up. You see, and we're gonna wake your ass on up.
That was on Power 106?
Yeah, fool.
What?
So they've done it before, right? But I think that now it's the youth leading the way. You understand what I'm saying? So they're a little late on the youth movement. Like now the youth being influencers. You feel what I'm saying? Before it was mature grown men and women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, professionals.
Now that the most savvy and technology educated people are the youth, which they grew up on. Think about it, fool. That's second nature to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
BB guns were second nature to us. Tablets are second nature to them. You feel what I'm saying? So now that they've mastered this shit and they're taking the reins, the established radio stations and even labels are trying hard to keep up. You know what I mean? But they underestimate that social media spoils these kids. They don't need radio stations no more. You know, I think there's like a Filipino kid that makes like 2.5 million a month just reacting on toys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ethan or Aaron.
Right? Like it's over, dog. Like you know, like the radio's prehistoric now, dog. You feel what I'm saying? It's only the old heads listening to it on the way to work. You know what I mean? Like we actually played the radio when we were kids, playing our, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hooping and barbecuing, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's just the old heads listening to it on their way to work and on the way back from work. I know for a fact those are the peak hours for the radio stations, you know?
Do you feel like we're gonna grow up with a generation of people like I feel like Letty and Rosecrans Vic grew up listening to the radio just like we did. So when the opportunity arose, they took advantage of it, and they're trying their hardest, and it's a pretty good show, right?
I think Letty is dope for brown women. You know, I like her maturity. I like the way that she presents herself. I even like the way she talks. Like I could picture her in my kitchen, in my living room, chopping it up with my sisters and my, you know what I'm saying?
The one homegirl that knows all the hip hop as much as you do.
It's the one homegirl that's a little street and is little square. You know what I'm saying? But it's a perfect.
And she's also still like a lady.
Exactly. She's very lady. Like I love her femininity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rosecrans Vic. He's that kid on the block, dog, that never gangbanged. You know what I'm saying?
You know who he is? He's your cousin that had all the video games.
Yeah.
The rich cousin.
He's
know?
the one that didn't gangbang. He's the one that when the lights went out, he had to come in. You know what I'm saying? But he's the one that had all the fresh shit.
But he's still your cousin, so you gotta take care of him.
No, he knows the hood.
Yeah.
He knows the streets, back streets, just like us.
He's
You know
right
what
here
I'm
from Downey. He's from Downey.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. So he's doing good. I like the way he carries himself too. The representation that he gives. Like you don't have to be a fucking thugged out ass cholo to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to be a tough guy to be cool. Like
He's like a fly guy. There's always
everyone
everyone has somebody on their block.
Exactly,
Oh, this fool just, you know, he's fly and shit.
Yeah, and he's smart. You see it when he talks.
Yeah.
When he really wants to get into subject, you see that the dude's smart. So I love it, dog. I love what they're doing. And I'm proud of them fools. Dunos, I've always told Dunos, like that fool's. It's sad to say, dog, because I feel like the way they stereotype him is unfair. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? What do you think his stereotype is?
I feel like he's stereotyped like that funny fat Mexican kid. You know what I'm saying?
But he is all three of those things.
But
you're saying he's not
though.
only that. You're saying he's not only that.
No, he's not. He's bigger than that. And I'm gonna tell you why, dog. Dunos has the ability, dog, to lighten a room. You know what I'm saying? Dunos has the ability to be a young man and a grown man at the same time. Like, you see his maturity in the way he communicates with certain people. He's not afraid to show respect for his elders, for one. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to know when it's too much for him. Like, he doesn't have an ego to where, like, he always has to win. He always has to be on top. Like, he's cool with just being blessed, dog. You feel what I'm saying? And he's cool with the life that he's living. And then you see it because on his blogs, he has all his same boys with him from high school, fool. You know what I mean? He highlights his mother. He puts on his sister. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that he's the one upholding his last name in his family by the way that he carries himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he takes accountability for his community. And that's what they don't see, dog. They just see some fat, funny, chubby, cute, nice kid, dog. And I see like a future wise man, fool, like a leader. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I see, at least, you know?
Do you feel like, because, you know, growing up, like the most famous Mexican I knew was like George Lopez.
Yeah.
George Lopez and like maybe Paul Rodriguez. But other than that, dog, like then Fluffy came.
Yeah.
So like we've just been known as like the funny guys.
Yeah.
You know, like, but we've never been like your parents, like Godfather roles and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
do you think is that something that we can uphold and with our chest out be honorable of just being the funny guys? Or eventually we're going to have to like do something about that?
Nah, we need a Denzel.
Right.
You know, we need a Denzel. We need a Mel Gibson, even though everybody's trying to ban that man.
Did you see this new movie?
Yeah. No, not yet. I'm scared to see it, dog.
It's about kids, dog.
I know, and I'm a daddy, fool, and I have big anxiety. I don't want to shoot nobody.
I haven't watched it yet, dog.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I heard what the first scene is. Let me tell you what the first scene is, dog. So these kids, somebody comes up to this parent and he goes, "Hey, your kids have a great face and a voice for movies. Like, I'm actually a talent agent, and we're having a showcase. Bring your kids, and we'll record a video and send it to Disney. And like, we're good at it. Don't trip. They're gonna get shit." So he goes, "All right, cool." So then he takes his kids, and at the door they're like, "All right, come back like around 5:30 in 2 hours, and then it'll be over. You can't come in because it's a closed set." So Safu leaves. He goes to go eat, whatever. He comes back, doors are locked. Cars are gone. Everything, and nobody's there no more. The kids are gone. No number, everything. And it's about child trafficking and shit.
Yeah.
And it makes sense why like they canceled Mel Gibson. I don't know how many years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Like,
He was talking his shit back
Yeah.
then. And man, dog, honestly, like, I hate getting into that shit, dog, because it hits close to home, dog. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, see, that's what I mean though, dog. Like, when I say, like, as men, we gotta take accountability. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I say, the overindulgence of entertainment. And that's when I say, like, when I see Adam 22 making these young black men break their integrity just for views. Fame is a drug, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because as human beings, we're self-absorbed. You know what I'm saying? And we're always craving for attention, dog. And when you're not brought up the right way with poise, you don't know how to calibrate that attention or when it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's necessary for men to check men. You know what I'm saying? And us not be offended by it. Because what's happening is this, dog. Like, by us staying quiet, you know what I mean? And toning down our masculinity, we're encouraging all these creepy ass weird motherfuckers to like come out the closet and get braver and braver and braver and braver. Why do you think it's grown to where it's at now? Like, all that shit wasn't that heavy 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there was Epstein Island and all that shit, but it wasn't to the level that it's at now. Like, how many kids are coming up missing, dog? Like, the sexual perversion is out of control. Like, you got men pretending to be women just to go rape women or abuse little girls in bathroom stalls. You feel what I'm saying? And our laws are catering to those dudes because we're worried about feelings. We're not worried about reality. The reality is we're victimizing our children. The reality is that we're discrediting real women. You know what I mean? And we're letting other men make a mockery of what womanhood is. You feel what I'm saying? And guess why? Because as men, we're afraid to go slap the shit out of somebody and go do time over it. I'll go do my time. I'll do a term. I've done it before. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to take that pushback, dog. It's going to take men to fucking step up and do what they did at the White House, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's going to take because our law, well, California at least, California protecting our children. They just passed a law, bro, right? That if your kid is questioning his gender and is choosing to be another gender, right? If you're not helping them reach their full potential in that gender, there's a list of like over 27 officials, government officials that can determine if your kid could get took from you.
Yeah.
They call that abuse now. Because you're telling a child that, for one, isn't mature enough intellectually or smart enough to know how to make a lifelong decision. Statistics show, fool, that men that castrate themselves to become women commit suicide at higher rates. But nobody gives a fuck, dog. It's about feelings and emotions, dog. But I was taught that emotions don't exist. I was taught that emotions are fake, dog. You could walk through them and change through them. It's nothing like reality, like this physical wall right here. We can't walk through that shit no matter how much we don't like it. That's a reality. You feel what I'm saying? Emotions have always been the determination of righteousness or not. That's why God gave you will, so that your will carries you through your sin or your acts of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're taking care of everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck feelings, dog.
Fuck feelings, dog.
We're almost at the end of the podcast. We got like 1 or 2 minutes left. Definitely, like, we could go on and hours and hours. That's what I was telling you.
Bring a bottle of tequila. We'll be out here 4 hours.
I'm down to do that one day for sure. Last thing I want to do before I let you go, you know, your tattoos and stuff. I've noticed the newer one. I'm not sure that you had this one the last time you were here. But
I don't know.
You're wearing a sweater, but you know, to me, when I look at your tattoos, dog, it tells me like your story. It's kind of like this is sacred. Like it's like a book, you know. Mm-hmm. But how do you feel about like the tattoo culture nowadays? People are just getting like these really nice tattoos at like really expensive, paying a lot of money, but the tattoos don't mean shit.
I think it's like Halloween around the year, you know. Everybody wants to dress up like a gangster and look tough. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way that they can accomplish that is by getting them tattoos. Like, you peel off the tattoos, all these fools are fucking weak, dog. And the women are trying to be masculine to emulate the men because they feel like that's what they have to do now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the tattoo culture is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
But I think that when people are getting it to hide something or deceive somebody behind it, you know what I mean? More or less like you said, like guys that pretend to be tough guys because of tattoos. I mean, you ain't fooling nobody. You know, most of the face tattooed rappers we see on social media and Instagram, like, we know they're goofy, dog. That shit ain't nothing but a fucking costume. You know what I'm saying? And it's Halloween around the year, but yeah, we earned our tattoos in my generation. Like nowadays, I see the youngsters getting their elbow down before they get the other, and I'm like,
it was first like the shirt, right?
Well, it was a process. Yeah,
everything that covered,
and
then it bleeds over.
Yeah,
then
like fools will have just their neck blasted. Take out the shirt. I'm like, dog, like you put your socks on with no boxers. Like, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like what you doing, bro? Like, and they think they're blasted. You know what I mean? But I get it, dog. It's, you know, it's immaturity, dog. It's a process. We can't really knock people too much for that shit. Like, I hate to talk so much shit because people are like, oh, that fool's a hater. Ooh. I just grew up in a different time, bro. Like, at the end of the day, dog, I have love for everybody, dog. You know, I believe in everybody. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, I do have an open door for anybody that needs anything, even if it's as minimal as I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, if you reach out to me, chances are I'm going to help you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like that. This is just how I was brought up. You know what I mean? I was called pendejo enough until I smartened up. Yeah. So like I was saying, the show is at the Pomona Fox Theater. It's an all ages event. King Lil G, Drummer Boy, myself, Cujo the Savage, Trippy G, L2R. Tickets are also available at Eventbrite, Arnold Barbosa Promotions. So, you know, we'd appreciate if everybody came out, support, turn up with us, and celebrate this brown business we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Just like the podcast. Let's support each other.
Facts. I'm all about supporting Raza. So anytime you want to come back and like promote your album. Every time your album, hopefully you come back, dog. But I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Honestly, it means a lot to me, dog. I was actually, side note, I'm homies with one of your, I don't know if it's your cousin. So he goes, hey, that's my cousin, that's my Theo, whatever, you know? So then he sends me a Snapchat, and you guys are like under a canopy at a party. And he sends me a video,
My
and
sister's 50th.
you're right there, and then you pull out your strap. And you go, in the middle of the video, you pull up your strap. I don't know if it's your cousin, someone like older than him. He's like, hey, hold on. It's not that kind of party. You're like, I don't give a fuck. But I think you were faded.
Oh yeah, I was like probably like 6 bottles in,
It was
and
funny,
I'm there with my
dog.
family. You feel me? It's like and that's a proud moment for me. It's like when I'm doing that, I'm like, I'll kill you for anybody in this room. That's what I'm. You know, I'm just passionate, dog. Like if I love you, dog, I fucking love you.
But he sent it to me like privately. Only I saw it. I thought it was so funny, dog. Like,
You're like, this fool's lit. He's about to start freestyling right now.
yeah, like, cause you know, to me, like your grown man vibes, like on your ship right there, like the little kid in you came out. You're like, what
Yeah,
up,
well, I'm
motherfucker?
still that. I'm that señor at the rancho, fool, pulling out the pa. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think it's in our DNA, dog. You know what I mean? We're somos pistoleros. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
Off a couple tequila
A
shots.
couple
fuck it.
shots, we can turn up.
That shit was funny.
But yeah,
dog.
good times, man. Good times.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you guys for watching. Comment below if you guys want to see Bozo back on the platform. Stay tuned. Clips are dropping ASAP.
Bet.